to here now. Well, what would drive a man from India, and I mean drive him, to travel to the world's longest highways to give them all a ride? Suresh Joseph drove from Victoria, BC to St. John's, and now he's motoring back to BC. And for him, it's not just a long adventure, but also a chance to ponder life's deepest questions. So, seeking wisdom, I gave him a call and some traffic directions. So why did you want to drive across Canada from Victoria to St. John's?
Tony, actually, I have driven around Australia Highway 1, which is the longest highway in the world at 16,500 kilometers.
Right.
Then I drove from Chennai to St. Petersburg across the Trans-Siberian Highway, which is the second longest.
So from India to Russia?
From India to Russia. And I also took the Trans-Siberian Highway from Vladivostok to St. Petersburg, which is 11,000 kilometers.
Okay.
I have also done the fourth longest highway, which is the Indian Golden Quadrilateral at 5,800 kilometers. So the Trans-Canada Highway was a sort of a gap in this record of the longest highways. Because this is also an opportunity for my family as well as for my organization to grow. I feel that they need the time and space to grow as individuals, to grow as professionals. For instance,
without your help?
Without my help, because they need to face the challenges themselves and come out with thinking solutions. It's really lovely. No. That's the kind of memorial.
So let me ask you this, Suresh. How do you feel when you're driving? Is there any kind of meditation that happens?
One of the reasons why I take these kind of drives is because very few of us spend quality time with ourselves. We get a lot of time to spend quality time with our friends, relatives, with our organization people, but we don't pay as much attention to ourselves because that kind of quality time and attention that we give to ourselves is missing mostly in our lives.
So just to be by yourself?
Just to be by yourself and ask questions which you normally wouldn't ask of yourself. Some of them could be very, very inconvenient. And I do a lot of loud talking when I drive because it's as if I'm talking to myself and I need answers to certain questions which are very inconvenient to me. One of the things which I keep asking myself is that, on these travels, I get a lot of hospitality without even asking for it, without knowing the people who are giving me that kind of help. I keep asking myself, why is it that I get this? And would I do this if I were in their position? And the answer is a resounding no. No, I wouldn't have helped them, if I were in their position. And the answer that comes back to me is that these kind of good things happen to you because of the hospitality that your parents or grandparents would have afforded others. So this is payback time.
So have you come to some fantastic, cathartic explanation about everything?
I wouldn't say about everything because I keep discovering parts of myself every time I start my drives. So each time I go out onto the road, I probably find a new question to answer or I find a new thing about myself. So there are a lot of things, there are a lot of dimensions to you that it's very difficult for you to finish answering these questions in a drive of say 15 days or 20 days. That's not possible. And once we get back to our working life, these things take the back burner. So it doesn't come back again till you get the next time to yourself. So I find that, these kind of experiences are really very interesting. It has changed me considerably from what I was in 2010 to what I am today. I don't know whether my wife will accept it, but I feel that I have changed.
Well, listen, if nothing else, I've learned that we should all take some time for ourselves. And I'm delighted to have had this small drive. You have a much bigger drive ahead of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
You.